Chapter title: Git Essentials, a guide to key concepts and terminology. Introduction. Git is a fascinating and essential tool for developers, but it comes with its own set of unique terms that can sound cryptic to newcomers. What exactly is a repository? How does committing differ from merging? What's a pull request? In this chapter, we'll break down these terms, explain their significance, and walk you through the fundamental concepts of Git. By the end, you'll feel confident in your ability to talk about and understand Git, even without staring at a screen. Core Git terms. 1. Repository. Let's start with the term repository, or simply repo. This is Git's home base, a digital storage space for your project. A repository houses your files, their history, and all the changes made to them. Think of it as a living archive. There are two types of repositories. A local repository, which exists on your computer for personal use. A remote repository, which is stored on a server and used to collaborate with others. Whenever you hear someone mention pushing or pulling, they're often talking about transferring changes between a local and a remote repository. 2. Commit. A commit is like taking a photograph of your project at a particular moment in time. It captures the state of your files so you can return to that version later if needed. Every commit comes with a brief message describing what changes were made, such as fixed bug in login function or added new feature to homepage. These messages help others, and your future self, understand what each snapshot represents. 3. Branch. Branches are one of Git's most powerful features. Imagine you're working on a novel, and you want to try a different ending without altering the original. In Git terms, you'd create a branch. A branch lets you work on a separate version of your project while leaving the main version untouched. Developers often create branches for new features or bug fixes. Once the work on the branch is complete, it can be merged back into the main version. 4. Merge. Merging is the process of combining changes from one branch into another. For example, once your alternative novel ending is finalized, you can merge it into the main story. There are two types of merges. A simple merge, when no other changes conflict with yours. A conflict resolution merge, when overlapping changes need to be sorted out manually. 5. Staging area. Now, let's talk about the staging area. Before you commit your work, Git asks you to review and prepare your changes in this temporary space. Think of it as a waiting room where edits are checked before being permanently saved. This step ensures that only the changes you want to include make it into the commit. 6. Remote. The term remote refers to repositories stored on servers like GitHub or GitLab. These remotes make it easy for teams to collaborate by allowing multiple people to contribute to the same project. For example, when developers push their work, they're uploading changes to a shared remote repository. Similarly, pulling means downloading the latest updates from the remote repository to their local version. Advanced Git concepts. 7. Pull requests. Pull requests are a collaborative tool often used in team settings. When a developer wants to suggest changes, they submit a pull request. This allows others to review the proposed edits, provide feedback, and approve or reject them before merging the changes into the main branch. It's a great way to ensure high-quality code and foster teamwork. 8. Rebusing. Rebusing is an advanced concept, but let's break it down simply. Imagine you're working on a branch that has fallen behind the main version of the project. Rebusing lets you update your branch so it's in sync with the main branch, but it does so by rewriting the history of your changes. This creates a clean, linear sequence of commits, making your project's history easier to read. 9. Stashing. Picture this: you're halfway through an experiment when suddenly a teammate asks for your help with another task. You're not ready to commit your current changes, but you don't want to lose them either. This is where stashing comes in. It temporarily saves your work, like putting it in a safe drawer, so you can switch tasks. Once you're ready to return, you can retrieve your stash and continue right where you left off. 10. Tags. Tags are markers used to label important milestones in your project, such as software releases or major updates. For example, you might tag a version of your project as version 1.0 to signify its official release. Tags are like bookmarks in a novel, they help you quickly locate significant moments in your project's history. 11. Git aliases. If you've ever wished for shortcuts to simplify repetitive tasks, Git has you covered with aliases. These are custom commands that allow you to replace long, complex commands with shorter, easier ones. For example, instead of typing a long command to view your project's history, you could create an alias called log to do the same thing in just a few keystrokes. It's all about saving time and working efficiently. Conclusion. Git's terminology forms the language of modern software collaboration. Terms like commits, branches, and stashes might feel unfamiliar at first, but they're the building blocks of a tool that empowers creativity, experimentation, and teamwork. By understanding these terms and concepts, you'll not only navigate Git with ease, you'll also gain a deeper appreciation for its role in shaping the future of software development. So the next time you hear stasher changes or push to the remote, you'll know exactly what it means and how to do it. This version is tailored for an audiobook, focusing on clarity and imagery while avoiding visual references like code. It ensures listeners can follow along easily, even without a technical background. Let me know if you'd like further adjustments.